The Dogs, in association with the Greyhound Board of Great Britain.
Well, Wimbledon in May can mean just one thing. It's the WilliamHill.com derby. We've reached the second round. Action and reaction on this week's edition of The Dogs.
Last year's Derby champion kinda ready on his lap of honour 12 months ago. Possibly the last one, given the new Wimbledon is a one-sided stadium now. But some things never change, and Mark Wallace looked the man to beat going into this year's Classic, with Eye on the Storm topping the betting lists. However, after bowing out in tragic circumstances in the first round, it was left to last year's runner-up Fierceophonic to carry the mantle of Derby favourite. So now a full review of all 16 second round heats. Form students, press your record button now. Favourite for Heat 1 was Move It Jamie after a game effort in the first round. Romeo on Air and Paul Hennessy's Irish Raider Tranquil Time were next in the betting.
And away they go, and there's already bother around the boxes as Jomi Star bumped into Eye on the Tempo, leading up those Tranquil Time on the inside, and that moves off slightly at the bend. Move It Jamie, the favourites hot in pursuit. After these comes 3, Eye on the Tempo as they head down the far side. Tranquil Time with a length and a half lead over Move It Jamie in second. Just holding on to third at the moment is Eye on the Tempo as 4, Jomi Star was forced to check in behind as they come round the final bend. Tranquil Time runs wide off the final turn for Paul Hennessy, but Tranquil Time will win. Back in second was Move It Jamie, and a gap back to the third, which was Eye on the Tempo.
Scottish Derby third Westmead Scolari lined up from trap 6 in Heat 2. Trainer Nick Sava's Derby record is unmatched in recent years, and punters backed his dog to win this heat ahead of Lenson Duo and Headed on Ellis.
There they go, and it's a good break on this near side from Westmead. Scolari leads up early. Also up the pace is Beaming Dilemma on the inside as they go around the first bend, and there's a little bit of crowding going on. Headed on Ellis was forced to check. 4, Glencross Mall didn't get a clearest of runs either. Leading is Westmead Scolari. He's gone 2 lengths clear. Showing a bit of improvement on the outside in 5 is Courtcraft Jamie down that far side. Then comes 2, Beaming Dilemma. After these comes 1, Headed on Ellis, making some late progress. Wide around the final turn, Westmead Scolari is cleared away. He'll win. Courtcraft Jamie for second place. Headed on Ellis stayed on well for third.
Derby wins 3 years running courtesy of the Westmeads Hawk and Lord mean that trainer Sava and owner Bob Morton are no strangers to Wimbledon success, and they're back gunning for more. Westmead Scolari, who ran so well up in Scotland, could just be their best hope of overall victory.
Yes, because he's a natural wide runner and he cannot go too wide here. The track's narrow, so it seems to suit him. Yeah. His brother Grant he's not had a chance to show what he can do yet, so we'll see.
Judicial Pause caught the eye in the first round with his dashing early speed, and John Gammon's dog now tried to make the most of his trap 1 pitch. That cracking staying dog Raving Black and Raynham Giles would chase him home.
And we're off and racing up towards the first bend. Good start on the inside from Judicial Pause. Raynham Giles goes with it. After these come 6, Broadstand Bill. Moving up into 4th place and running a good bend there was November Weather. They pulled away from Raving Black, who was involved in a little bit of bother out of the traps, but as they come down towards the second last bend, it's Judicial Pause leading here by half length from 3. Raynham Giles in second. November Weather and Broadstand Bill are disputing 3rd and 4th. Raving Black keeping on, but as they come up towards the line, it's Judicial Pause away and gone now. Wins by a good 3 lengths just in second place. Raving Black ahead of Raynham Giles in third.
So close to winning the final 12 months ago, Fierceophonic was all the rage at 1 to 3 for Heat 4. It meant there were some big prices about the others here, including Fraser Black's Krug 95.
Away they go. Oh, it's a slow break from Fears of Phonic. Best pace from Sparkly Bernie. Running into the bend on the inside is Ballymac Francie. Fears of Phonic's involved in bother. Oh, some heavy bumping there. And 6 Sparkly Bernie out in front. Darting into second, Krug 95. Droopy's Flojo's gone lame down the far side. So that means Kerr's Destiny moves up into third. And I tell you what, there's a mountain to climb for Fears of Phonic, last year's runner-up, as they come round the final bend. Sparkly Bernie and Krug 95. Krug 95 getting on top to beat Sparkly Bernie. Kerr's Destiny in third, but out goes Fears of Phonic.
Liz and Rab McNair suffered the disappointment of having to withdraw both Shaw's Dilemma and Droopy's Bogart before the event. They now look to Rue Come On to change their fortunes.
There they go, and what a start from Rue Come On the inside. It's already 2 lengths clear as they race up towards the first bend. Moving up into second place comes 4 Tyra Speedy. A little bit of jostling in behind. Loyal Rebels lost its way around the bend as they head down the far side. Rue Come On leading here. Back in second, Tyra Speedy. Then comes Mickey Robbie and Lenson Bolt as they come around the second last bend. And Rue Come On, who got that wonderful start, still leads here at 10-1. A massive price in the ring, and leading up towards the winning line for Liz McNair. It's Rue Come On winning. Back in second, Tyra Speedy. And over the line in third was Mickey Robbie.
Matt Dartnell's Glenard Sunrise made the final last year and went from 3 in Heat 6, where he was joined by kennelmate Farlow Skywalker. However, clear favourite here was impressive first-round scorer Barefoot Bullet from Ireland.
Here we go for Heat 6, and as they race up towards the first bend, good start, Glenard Sunrise right through the centre is going to lead them round. After these comes Up To Me on the inside, who just gave a slight bump there to trap 4 Blonde Banjo, improving rapidly Farlow Skywalker, and that goes on at halfway. Farlow Skywalker leading from Glenard Sunrise. A quiet run, Barefoot Bullet now makes its move. Trouble in behind, 1 Up To Me's back in fourth as they come round the final bend, and it's Farlow Skywalker a length up on Glenard Sunrise. That's coming again though as they come up towards the winning line. Just Farlow Skywalker from Glenard Sunrise. A 1-2 for Matt Dartnell. Back in third, Barefoot Bullet.
Macedo Blue represents Irish trainer Seamus Graham this year. Graham won the Derby 2 years ago with Loyal Honcho, and punters sent off his runner a 7-4 chance to win Heat 7.
Away we go, and a good start here from Trap 4. Macedo Blues leading up. Ministry Magic's trying to go with it. On the outside is Tyra McGuigan as they come round the bend, and keeping middle to wide is Macedo Blue with this length and a half lead over 1. Ministry Magic in second. Out wide is Tyra McGuigan, and then comes 2 Orang Classic, who's trying to make up a little bit of headway on the inside. Then comes 3 Freedom Emma. She's looking for space as well at the third bend as they come round the final bend, and Macedo Blue still leading here for Seamus Graham. Leads here by a length from Ministry Magic in second. 2 Orang Classics improved into third, but it's a win, a good win from Macedo Blue. Trapped a line, goes on to beat Ministry Magic, and Orang Classic ran well for third.
After Classic Glory in England in 2008, Graham had a year off last year. He felt he just didn't have the right dog to travel with over from Ireland. But Macedo Blue, with his cracking early speed, is ticking all the right boxes at Wimbledon just now.
He ran a real good race, I thought, in the first round. He made a mistake at the traps, and he ran well last night. So if he keeps up that, he should go a good bit.
He's well known for that early dash, and that got him out of trouble that first round.
Yeah. When he was in trouble, when he looked in trouble, he showed his speed and got out of trouble fairly fast, and that's what won the race for him. Last night, then he came out fast and ran well, I think.
Will he stand the competition? He's a good competition dog.
Yeah, well, when he won the puppy stake anyway, he got better all through it. So if he keeps going just as good, I'll be quite happy.
Friday's final saw first round record breaker Bandicoot to Pokey chalked up a 4-6 chance to grab gold again, aiming to make up for Charlie Lister seeing Fierce Symphonic bow out. He didn't disappoint.
We're underway for the last heat of the night then. A good start from Westmead Bond through the centre. Bandicoot to Pokey pacing up and is going to lead at the first bend. 1 checks in behind Swift Planet as they come around the first 2 bends. After these comes 4 Slick Robert. It's Bandicoot to Pokey away for all money, leading here by a good 4 lengths over Slick Robert in second. Then comes 1 Swift Planet. Improving later on is Bubbly Totty as they come around the final bend. There was a body blow to Charlie Lister earlier in the evening, but it's looking good with Bandicoot to Pokey. He's going to win his heat in some style. Goes on to beat Slick Robert in second, and Bubbly Totty ran on for third.
Well, Wimbledon around Derby time's a social whirl. It's party night. Rebecca, bit of a special night for you, this.
Yes, it's my birthday.
And you work here as well, apparently.
I do, I'm a kennel hand.
Who for?
Tony Taylor.
So tell us about these guys and girls. You had a good day?
Yeah, it's been great. Yeah, I think they've enjoyed themselves.
A young crowd enjoying some high-class greyhound racing, and so can you in part 2 as we complete the second round action. See how Star Tracker 10 large down might not be left seeing red again, and we look ahead to the third round draw. Welcome back to part 2 of the Dogs and our review of the WilliamHill.com Derby second round.
7-4.
We asked sponsors rep David Hood how the Classic was going from his company's point of view.
Very pleased, very, very pleased. I mean, as you know, we've been showing all the rounds and the trial stakes and the heats exclusively in the shops. Obviously, when Sky kicks in from the quarter-final stage, you know, we'll have that home audience as well. Streaming's gone very well as well. So I think, you know, it was a test for us. As people know, it's not a long-term deal. It was a one-year deal with a view to extending. It needs to be profitable for Hills. I'm hoping it will be. That depends on the results. But of course, you know, we've got a couple of hot pots already out. Eye on the Storm, Fierce Symphonic gone by the wayside already. And I just think we're going to have a cracking competition and an international competition. Who'd think we'd have a Hungarian runner, and not only in there, but a live chance?
And the Hungarian hot pot Lyrie Mover went off favourite for Heat 9. Gabor Tensel's dog crossed swords here with Westmead Grant and Moneygall Obama.
Away we go, and a little bit of crowding at the start there. Lyrie Mover bumping into Moneygall Obama, but Lyrie Mover's got enough pace still to lead here. More trouble on the outside as 5. King Edward runs wide, 6 forced wide Westmead Grant as they head down the far side, and Lyrie Mover, the Hungarian greyhound, is out in front here by a good 4 lengths at the moment. There's further trouble in behind. Moneygall Obama's off in chase. It's forced its way round into second, and then comes Westmead Grant as they come up towards the winning line. It's Lyrie Mover that'll win by 2 lengths over the running on Moneygall Obama and Westmead Grant for third.
The early pace battle in Heat 10 looks set to be between Cabra Exclusive and Sleeping Urban, but Craighall Horse went off favourite. Maria Dennis's Blonde Button would, however, see them all off.
Here we go for Heat 10. It's a good start, Sleeping Urban on the inside. Better pace, though, from Cabra Exclusive. That's going to go round in front. After these comes Sleeping Urban on the inside. Getting a bump was Blonde Button, but it rode it okay. Heading down the far side. Craighall Horse is next. After these on the outside is Gilby Hill Jake, and a long gap back to Badahu. They're crowding and bunching at that third bend, and still the action with Blonde Button, who's quickened away here. Up into second goes Gilby Hill Jake. Then comes Craighall Horse, but it's going to be an easy success. Blonde Button wins by 3 lengths. Back in second, Gilby Hall Jake, and Badahu was running on powerfully in the end.
Diane Henry's 10 large down drew red again in Heat 11, but was still fancied to strike gold. Class Vieri on his outside was always likely to be short of room early, but was about to reward his forecast backers.
Here we go, racing up towards the first bend and darting out in front was 10 large down. Took the ground of Class Vieri out of the boxes, but leads here. Around the bend, there's more trouble there. Hidden Sky caused it, but getting away into second goes Greenacre Josh. Then after these comes Dean Rijamos. They head down the far side. Surely nothing's going to catch 10 large down at this stage. Some 6 lengths clear from Greenacre Josh in second. Then the scrap on for third as they come around the final bend. And it's 10 large down for Diane Henry. The Racing Post Juvenile winner has won in style. A good 6 length winner in the end. Staying on for second, Class Vieri, and then came Klahina Cash in third.
Noted for his middle moving antics from the inside, 10 large down has now been reseeded by racing manager Gary Matthews, a decision that his young trainer was philosophical about.
Well, it's out of my hands now. I mean, I wouldn't have changed his seed. I was quite happy for him to stay on rails, but like I said, it's out of my hands, and I think this boy will win out of any trap.
He's proved that in the past.
He has done. His early pace takes him to the bend, and that's it. When he clears that bend, he's away, he's gone.
Race of the night on Saturday promised to be Heat 12. Scottish Derby winner Nambisco was well back, but faced strong opposition from Yahoo Jamie and Fraser Black's Forest Boss.
And away we go, and racing out towards the first bend. What on earth was Yahoo Jamie doing out of the boxes? Stumbled badly. Forest Boss leads up early here from Nambisco, giving chase in second. After these have got a gap of 2 lengths back to Adagio, racing in third, just ahead of Fear the Blue. This quartet away from Drumroll K and Sawley. Yahoo Jamie's got no chance of qualifying. So come around the third bend, and Forest Boss with the lead here. 2.5 lengths up on Nambisco. After these comes 5, Adagio around the final bend. This has been a professional performance from Forest Boss. Beats Nambisco in second, and Adagio wasn't that far away in third.
If ever a man deserves to win an English Derby, it's Fraser back. And Lawrence Blunt tonight, he's got Martin. We've had a lot of dogs around, never won the Derby, and he's never won an Irish Derby. So, but it's a long way off. But you can only do one step at a time. But we're thrilled to be here, thrilled to be back.
There's a former track supremo in Ireland. Your impressions of Wimbledon?
Well, you know, the track's running well. The facilities are non-existent. You know, leaves a lot to be desired. Very sad because this is London. You know, I'd love to have this track and put some money into it because the crowds, the potential, everything. But this is sad.
Kinda Easy was aiming to keep it in the family for Mark Wallace in Heat 13. The St Ledger winner is a brother of last year's Derby champion, Kinda Ready, but still went off a 10-1 chance here.
Up go the lids and we're away. A little bit of a bumping there around Legend and Mustang Johnny out of the traps, but best pace coming from Kinda Easy. That's being caught here by Carrigo Big Phil. Around the turn they go. Carrigo Big Phil's quicken up nicely from Kinda Easy in second. Farlow Titan in third. They're away from back in fourth, Carden Burt. They come down towards the second last bend, and Carrigo Big Phil with the advantage here of a length over Farlow Titan, battling on well on the inside of Kinda Easy as they come around the final bend. Carrigo Big Phil still with the advantage. Kinda Easy's coming on this near side. Kinda Easy gets up. Farlow Titan stayed on for second, and Carrigo Big Phil, that faded back in third.
Dolores Roos, Tourmaline Jack was one of the stars of the first round, so it was no surprise to see the Irish tracker odds on in Heat 14. Barnfield Rocky and Boss Croker showed both are in good form to make it into the third round.
And we're off, racing up towards the first bend. Anxious to come out was Boss Croker. It's showing a bit of pace up with Barnfield Rocky. After these on the outside comes 6, Tourmaline Jack. There's trouble in behind. Boulevard involved in bother, but heading down the far side, Tourmaline Jack, who run the first 2 bends well, has now quickened on from Barnfield Rocky in second. And then comes Boss Croker. A gap back to Boulevard as they come around the final 2 bends. And Tourmaline Jack with this lead of 4 lengths now over Boss Croker in second. Then comes Barnfield Rocky. It's Tourmaline Jack looking impressive for Dolores Ruth. Second place to Barnfield Rocky, Boss Croker in third.
He loves the place. He's just taken off here. It was brilliant to see him come from behind tonight. He kind of fluffed the start a little and just didn't get his line up that he normally would, but unbelievable pace into the first bend and so brave, and he's just staying on unbelievable. So over the moon with him.
Well, the way he ran that second bend, you'd think he was schooled it.
Absolutely. It's like he's ran it all his life, so I hope he keeps it up now, but he's just coming into such good form, and the last couple of weeks he's just taken off, and thrilled with him.
Now, we know the Tourmaline Jack story, but tell us more.
The story is I got him last October, but when I got him he was very, very poorly. He had nearly died. He was in the vets for 10 days. And it was kind of nursing him back. So there's been a lot of swings and roundabouts with this dog. But the winter break has crowned him, and he's come back really fresh. And his runs in Shelbourne Park proved like what a force he's going to be this year.
Irish-based dogs would hold sway in Heat 15. Court Laurel's champion Seven Heads Bay ran from 1, with Irish Derby finalist Fay Point Man now representing Pat Buckley in Trap 5. However, Give Me Some Luck was favourite at 7-4.
Off they go, and there's trouble already here as Trap 4's Jordan Solutions ran into Chicago Prince in its search for the rails. Seven Heads Bay goes on the inside, joined here by Fay Point Man. Now after these comes Give Me Some Luck, racing in third. That's being challenged by Acheton Pine. That's showing a good burst of middle pace. They come around the second last bend, and Fay Point Man just down in front here from Seven Heads Bay, looking for space. Acheton Pine, then comes 6, Give Me Some Luck. They come around the final bend, and Fay Point Man has quickened away for Pat Buckley. It's another one for the Irish, going on to beat Seven Heads Bay and Argeton Pine in third.
The last second round heat looked a tight one on paper. Romeo Reason and Millie's Hawk were the punters' fancies, but look out for a great run from the Dean Charge train, Dean Ridge Imp, in Trap 6.
Away they go. Slow break, Windy Miller. Also, Millie's Hawk was slow away. Deanridge Imp comes up and it's going to lead here from 3. Honey Impact. Oh, terrible trouble. And it's Windy Miller that fell there. Heading down the far side, Deanridge Imp with a 2-length lead over Romeo Reason, now racing in second. Arthur's looking for space on the inside. Tully Murray-Act, and then comes Honey Impact. Tully Murray-Act was forced to check at the third bend. So Deanridge Imp with a 2.5 length lead. Romeo Reason in second. Arthur's comes Honey Impact. They come towards the line. It's Deanridge Imp that'll win easily in the end by 5 lengths. Back in second, Romeo Reason, Honey Impact in third. After all the heats were run, the draw was made for Saturday night's third round, and here are the sponsors' prices for those heats. One of the anti-post favourites, Macedo Blue for Seamus Graham, is 5-4 for Heat 1, with fellow Irish challenger Forest Boss for Fraser Black in 4, second in the betting at 3-1. Looking at their best sectional times, there won't be much between them, and you never know, they may make contact at the first bend, as Macedo Blue here in trap 4 looks a definite middle runner around the first bend. In Heat 2, despite defeat in the second round, Scottish Derby winner Nambisco is 11-8 favourite for Carly Philpott. He will need to trap out lively as Headed on Ellis is likely to look for the rails. Nambisco himself, as he showed from trap 3, definitely goes middle to wide on the run-up, so may encounter some traffic problems. In Heat 3, Bandicoot Topoki will be a short price favourite for Charlie Lister, as he has a slow starting Badahu in trap 3. Whilst Barnfield Rocky should keep him company up to the first bend, Bandicoot Topoki should burn off that rival down the back straight for a comfortable win. In Heat 4, there's not much between the 2 Irish challengers, Krug 95 and Barefoot Bullet in the betting. Bullet should get first run on his rival, but will have to take care with the early speed of Carrigo Big Phil drawn beside him. In Heat 5, Tranquil Time is the favourite. He should have the legs of Kerr's Destiny and Eye on the Tempo on the dash to the first bend, but the 2 Ledger winners, Kinda Easy and Bubbly Totty, will ensure Tranquil Time has to run flat out to the line. 10 Large Down, who's had trap 1 for both his starts so far, is out in the stripes in Heat 6. There's a belief he should keep fairly straight on the run-up. Tyra Speedy for Charlie Lister has another awkward draw with the early speedsters Judicial Pause and Romeo Reason on either side. Tourmaline Jack has done nothing wrong so far in the competition, but the Easter Cup runner-up will be hoping for trouble at the start with the 3 early birds in traps 1, 2 and 3 in Heat 7. Rue Common, who trapped brilliantly in the second round, moves middle. He may cause problems for Seven Heads Bay and Fay Point Man. This is what Rab McNair had to say after the draw.
He's been coming away for trap 1. I know he's been moving out slightly, but he's coming away. So I mean, the racing's getting harder and harder. I mean, we're getting to the nitty-gritty now, aren't we?
Fay Point Man, Tourmaline Jack, Westmead Grant.
Oh, don't tell me about some. I don't want to think about them just now. I'll wait till next Saturday and think, oh, it's going to be hard, isn't it? It's getting serious now.
The bookmakers are undecided on who to make favourite for the final heat. Westmead Scolari will certainly have his work cut out, getting past the early-paced Sparkly Bernie, whilst the Hungarian-trained Lyroom Mover is another runner from Trap 1 who may dart to the middle at the start and cause problems for Mickey Robbie and Archerton Pine. The sponsors make Bandicoot Topoki, Macedo Blue and Tourmaline Jack as co-favourites in the anti-post lists. The 2010 Derby still looks wide open. Don't forget to click onto our website, thedogs.co.uk, for all the latest news from your local track. Our next live programme is this Tuesday on Sky Sports 2, when we bring you the quarter-finals of the William Hill Greyhound Derby. Don't miss it.
The Dogs, in association with the Greyhound Board of Great Britain.